Hey guys, welcome back to At Laura's Table. Look, I have a guest, a very special guest. This is my Luke.
Hello.
So he's going to help me today as we work on the very famous Young Life Big Cookie. Luke's been involved with Young Life as a student and a leader for years, and he's told me all about the Young Life Big Cookie. And recently Young Life shared on their official Instagram page the Big Cookie recipe, and I have modified it so that you can bake this big cookie at your house. So, hi Dee Dee. Yes, I have your boy right here. One of them anyway. And I wanted to, hey Amy, I'm so glad you guys are joining in. I figure that since it's Memorial Day weekend, having a great big giant cookie that you can share with friends and family would be something fun. I know I don't share tons of dessert recipes, so why not make a big cookie that you can share with friends and family over the Memorial Day holiday weekend. So of course we have one baking in the oven, so we can Vanna to da it for you here in a minute. But we'll get started, and it's very simple, super easy ingredients: butter, brown sugar, granulated sugar, an egg, vanilla, flour, salt, baking powder, and chocolate chips. So all things we can pronounce, which are the kind of recipes I like. So Luke, you want to get us started?
Sure.
Sure. So can you add the butter to our bowl of our mixer? Excellent. And then we're going to add 2 kinds of sugar. So that is a 1/2 cup of granulated sugar. And then we also have a 1/2 cup of brown sugar. So you're going to want to cream these 2 kinds of sugar together with your room temperature butter. This is going to be loud. I'm going to apologize now. But we're making cookies, and if you're really cooking, it makes noise. So, who else is joining us, Luke? Holly, hi. Oh, and Lynn. Yay, hi guys. So I'm going to turn this up a little bit so it creams together our butter and our sugar. You want this to mix together till it's fluffy, so it's well incorporated. You're going to see that several times in my recipe instructions. Well incorporated, which means we just want everything mixed together well. And if your butter is not soft and room temperature, well incorporated is not going to happen. Yay, that was fast. So, since you can't see down in here, because if I move you, you're going to get seasick. But see how well incorporated that is? So basically, what I was saying when that was so noisy is if your butter is not room temperature, well incorporated is difficult to achieve. So now that you have your sugars and your butter mixed together well, you want to add 1 egg. So Luke, can you crack that in my bowl and not get any shell in there? Oh, whoa, get the egg in the dish, please. Not on my counter. That was with some gusto. Good job, good job, good job. Yeah. Here, wipe that on the towel. Yeah. So we're also going to add a 1.5 tablespoons of vanilla extract. And we're going to get this mixed together good. If you need to, you can always scrape down the sides of your bowl. Okay, it's going to get noisy again. All right, that came together quickly. Now the texture has changed. It's quite silky now. And we're gonna start adding our dry ingredients. We need to mix those together real quick. We have 1 3/4 cups of all-purpose flour. we have a half a teaspoon of salt and a quarter teaspoon of baking soda, okay?
I'll let you do that.
So we're gonna add these, kind of stuck there to my bowl, to my flour, and I'm gonna whisk these in very carefully because I put them in kind of a small bowl. But I want them well incorporated into my flour. Yes, I just made a mess on my board. But like I said, we really cook here. This is not pretend. So Luke, tell everybody what it's like when you serve a big cookie at Young Life Camp.
Well, so I went a couple years ago. I was a server at a weekend camp out at Carolina Point out in North Carolina, one of the many Young Life camps. And Big Cookie is like, it's very famous. It's like the biggest dessert. Everybody loves it. Well, I was serving a table of a bunch of guys, which made it really interesting. And when I brought the cookie out, everybody had their chairs pushed back, everybody standing up with their spoon, almost in an athletic position, and there was about that much room where I could just stick the big cookie on the table, and it was gone within 30 seconds. It's kind of tradition to not cut it up and serve it. You just take the spoon and eat it with the ice cream right out of the pan while it's hot.
Yeah.
It's a lot better that way. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do later.
So I've added a third of my dry ingredients to my wet ingredients. You're going to want to scrape down your sides for this, because you want to make sure, as I said, you're going to hear well incorporated several times. You'll read that in the instructions. This recipe will be in its printable version on my blog. If you are not following along there, go to atlaristable.com and follow along. I've got some other recipes in here that I'm working on for you guys. I have been in recipe development the past few days, and so I have some new things we're going to be launching. So there's more to come. So let's get the rest of this flour incorporated really well, and then we'll add our chocolate chips, and we'll show you how you put this cookie together. You're going to need an oven-proof skillet that's 12 inches. I like to use my cast iron skillet. If you don't have a cast iron skillet, if you have another 12-inch skillet that's oven-proof, that basically means the handle can withstand 350 degrees or below. If you don't, that's fine. Use 2 cake pans. But it's a big cookie. That's why it's called a big cookie. Pretty simple. But let me scrape this again. I'm going to finish making my noise here so that you can hear what we're saying. You know, I'm usually a one-woman show, so it's hard for me to yell over the racket. But, all right, this is the last of the noise. Promise. Who's with us? Hey, Darren. Haven't seen you in forever. He's talking to you. That's Darren from Collierville.
Nah, I'm good. I'm just ready to eat this cookie. I'm not bored. Well, yeah, I'm not bored. I'm ready to eat.
He's my lovely assistant today. The things they have to do for their mama, right? All right, so we've got this well incorporated. We're gonna take this off the mixer. Hey, can you stack up my little bowls, please? And then, yes, please. Thank you. Mom made a mess on the board, but that's okay. I'm good at making a mess. I have people good at cleaning up. I need my spatula though. Thank you. So I'm going to clean this all off my paddle here, and I'm going to let Luke mix my half a cup of semi-sweet chocolate chips in my batter for me. And you guys need to see how we do this. It's so simple. you're going somewhere for Memorial Day, you need to call ahead and ask your friend if you can bring this wrapped in plastic
Let me take the
and cook it at their house, because it's so much better warm. Now, if you eat it cold, it's not bad. It just has a texture of like a cookie bar, which is really good with coffee, if I do say so myself. All right. Oh, chocolate chip on the run. There you go. Mix that up for me. Thank you, thank you.
Another big key to the big cookie and why it's so good is it's really soft. So it's hot, gooey, soft, and then you get the ice cream that's just plopped on top of it.
With Hershey's syrup.
Yep.
They don't pay me. I just like this Simply 5 syrup. We've talked about this before. It's because you can pronounce everything in the ingredients. Sugar, organic syrup, water, cocoa, natural vanilla flavor. See, that's why. It's pretty simple. Okay, you're making noise.
You
got it?
Yeah, I think I got it.
All right, so scoop that into the pan. So show them your big pan. See, I've got my big Lodge cast iron. It's seasoned, and this has got a stick of butter in it, so we don't have to do anything to the pan.
Can you hold that?
Yep. You want the spatula?
Where
It's
is
in
it?
the sink. My sink is clean, so it's okay that I put my spatula in the sink. Don't you just love the tag team effort here? So they bake these in big deep dish pizza pans for Young Life.
I don't need to use both of these.
Yeah? Here, let Mom help you.
Oh, that works.
Yeah. So this is going to bake in a 350-degree oven for 30 minutes. And you want to take this batter and you want to mash it evenly, or like I'm doing, kind of spread it evenly. And it doesn't go quite to the edges of your pan because it's going to spread out. I mean, think about butter melting basically in your oven for 30 minutes. It's not really, you get what I'm saying. It's cookie dough, it spreads out. I'm going to show you what this looks like. It's kind of like watching Food Network on The Worst Cooks when she held that pasta over her head and she knew it wasn't going to get on her hair.
That was funny.
It was funny. All right, ta-da. See my big cookie? It's not to the edges. See? It's cookie dough. So let's check the one in the oven that's ready. You can't get that out with your hand though.
Yeah.
Use this one. It's not ugly.
With the ice cream.
I'll get it. All right, so we're gonna get one out. And it looks beautiful. And then show everybody. Golden and delicious. See, I didn't have another identical cast iron skillet, so I used an oven-proof skillet that I had that just had a metal handle. See?
Where's the spoon?
I don't know, where'd that go?
That's fine.
Get another one. Anyway, so my assistant is gonna scoop ice cream for us while I put this in the oven, okay? So we have
Let me see that.
2 big cookies at our house tonight. Anyway, does anybody have any questions? I have to get closer so I can see what you're saying. Hammer, you're gonna have to come over here. Oh, tell Logan and Lawson hi for us. Darren, you need to make this cookie this weekend for them. Tell them it's a special occasion.
One big key or big thing about the cookie, when they bring it out at camps, they have a chunk of ice cream, just one whole thing of ice cream about that big around and that thick. It's kind of hard to do that with a little spoon.
Well,
but we're
you know,
making
you
the
can
best
cut
I can.
through the package of the ice cream with a knife and just
take the whole thing.
cut the paper off of it. That
looks
wouldn't
good
look-
enough.
That
Well,
looks.
one more.
One more? All right. It's almost time to taste it, friends. If you only had smell-o-vision, right? Can you see it? Here, put the lid on that.
I'll pick it up.
Oh, it's sizzling. Can you hear it?
Maybe the other one. The other one.
Okay, hang on. Here. Show them.
There's the big cookie. Perfect. Perfectly. Well, we'll see.
It looks amazing. I got you a spoon. It's time to taste. I want the corner. Oh, it's gooey.
Yep.
Is it right? I'm thinking it's gonna be really hot. What do you think?
Could be a little gooier.
It's hot. Cheers, friends. Oh my
good.
goodness.
Really good. Feel like I'm at camp.
All right. You definitely need to make this for Memorial Day. That's yummy deliciousness.
Could come out earlier.
I know, I tell you that. All right, he's critiquing it. He's saying my 30-minute time for you is a little long, that it could have come out earlier.
Check it at 25 minutes. It might be a little gooier. Maybe.
I
don't
like
know.
it. When I checked it at 25 before, it wasn't browned on top. If you like crunchy edges on your cookie, do 30. If you like goo, do 25. How about that? It's all about preference, people. All I can say is I love you guys.
Don't cut it.
I hope you're taking care of yourselves. Stay safe, stay healthy. Here's your hug. See, I'm going to get an extra one from him. Find somebody you love and give them a hug during this time. And I'll post this soon on YouTube. The recipe will be up and live ASAP. And I will see you guys soon. Love you guys. Bye.